Well, being a real New Yorker, I mean, I'm from Brooklyn, is where I grew up. I grew up in Brooklyn in Sheepshead Bay, Coney Island, Brighton Beach, that area, which was, as a kid, a fantastic place to live. Although I really didn't know it so much then. It's like I really look back at it now and I see, wow, I had the great life of going to Coney Island and going to the beaches as a young kid, going with friends and stuff like that. But in my world, my own personal world, it was challenging because I felt very much in between, as the album was called. I felt very much in between white and black, being light-skinned, having white friends and black friends, not wanting to really be separated out of either, but often having to be kind of scorned in a way, I mean, when a black kid mixed with a white group, let's say, he was definitely scorned. And I guess to some degree the other way around, a white kid in a black group. I really had friends on both sides, and we were all very young, and we really didn't know very much. I'm talking about very, very young. First grade, second grade, third grade, right through those years. So that's the way it started. I began to learn quickly that I was definitely in between. And while it's still the story today, I don't feel the alienation anymore. I'm adjusted to it all, and I don't feel separated so much. But I do know both worlds, and that's a good thing and very, very interesting. It represents a great deal because it tells me I can still make these kind of albums at my age, and it took time because I was very, very determined to do something good. I know one thing. I know, that we're in a very challenging time in the world, in this country, in the world, certainly. And then in the record business, it's in shambles, But I know one thing, I have fans. I have fans that I've had for years all around the world that have always contacted me, but now with the web, you can get a lot of communication, interaction. And I'm thankful for that, and I knew that this new album would at least go out to those fans. And I have a family. I have a daughter who's a budding musician, songwriter, and I have my wife who's my manager, which is like unusual. We've been together for years, and we decided that this would probably be a better way to go, and use this new paradigm, so to speak, to inject ourselves into it and not rely on, the past processes, And it's working. It's working for us, It's definitely tiring, but it's a good thing. It's always a challenge when you're thinking about working with someone and you're going to choose someone, because you're afraid that your ideas are going to be skewed and changed, and you feel good about what you're doing, and you are nervous, and it's always been that way with different records. But this was just an opportunity that came up. I was thinking of having Larry play on the album as a guitarist if he chose to, and I contacted him. He came over to my house. We listened to some songs. He liked a couple of them. I played him 2 or 3, so he liked them, and So we decided, that he would play on the record, and we just talked about who would be the personnel. Duke Levine and Mike Merritt. I wanted Steve Jordan to be drummer, and Brian. He suggested Brian Mitchell, keyboardist from Levon's band, and we assembled a team that we thought would work, and sure enough, we started recording. We would rehearse and then we record, and it happened very, very fast. And it was very, no waste of time. A lot of one-take performances. The track plus the vocal, one take. It happened often in the process. And so I realized quickly that I was in good hands. And I think as that started to happen, I started to loosen up as well. And it turned out to be very, very enjoyable. And then the post-production, which is, each phase is got its own, bugaboos. You've got the basics, but you have to add things. And anytime you add something, it's always a little odd. And but working with Larry, it seemed like all the choices we made, and we made most of them together, were the right ones.